So starting off, got introduction to power clean, named Daniel. Train age 6 years in the gym. The lift not too confident on, but for the purpose of this assignment, gonna go through. So starting off, just working flexibility, momentum, warming up the shoulders for the top part of the lift. As I have a slight twinge in one of my shoulders, so just making sure that I'm correctly warmed up and have the best flexibility and mobility in my shoulders as it is required for the top part of the lift. So we work both arms, so just trying to improve the height of my elbow for at the top part of the power clean. It's not going too over the top on it. So see later on in the video of how my technique could be improved. So just go back to the sport. So did partake in rugby. Here again we're just working fully on the more movement of the shoulder joint, extending, flexing. So in this session we're working, just warming up. So we warm up on both halves of the lift. So we do the upper part of the power clean, so working on just the cleaning part. Should be the next part in the video. So just working on the clean and getting that correctly done. So as previously mentioned about the train age, so go back to the age. So I was playing rugby for 10 years, stopped, so in theory it would be classed as a pre-season type movement. We'd be working in this lift during pre-season. So just have a couple angles of my technique of cleaning, just the warming up. So just driving, so we're driving from the heels, powering, slight push to the knees. We're getting that bar up, resting on our shoulders, on our collarbones, trying to get our elbows nice high up, parallel to the floor. I feel I could improve slightly more on the squatting and the catching of the bar, but because it's so light and we're just warming up on it, it's a slight difference in the bounce and catching the bar, as it's not a lot of weight. So this just warming up, so we doing the move split into two parts. So the deadlift, just powering, trying to get the power from our heels, having the bar close to our shins, our shoulders over the bar, and we're powering through the heels of our foot to get that bar to just over our knees to our hips before we power it into the cleaning aspect. So again, keeping nice straight back, shoulders over the bar, chest up. Again, just warming up, working, splitting the movement into two parts as it lays a foundation to the movement when we put it together. So we've got a bit loading strategies, just slightly again different angle, front angle, just going over the form and correct technique of wanting what we want. So again, loading technique for working up towards 2 rep max, 1 rep max, maybe 3, as we did this in the end of this session. We start light, ensuring that our technique is the best it can be, perfect, spot on. So just breaking it down before we increase the weight. So in this setup, just light as we do the first move. So this is putting them together. So again, working light bar but implementing both the warming up moves, so the deadlift and the clean, and putting it into the power clean. Keeping our technique strong, keeping our core strong, powering off our heels, shoulders over the bar as we explode up. So again, slight how I would change for the next time I'm doing this. I would catch the bar more in that squat position, as I can feel like when I catch the bar I'm leaning back, so I'm off balance. When it gets heavier, could fall over. Again, on the video, just explaining the front view, going over how we want this technique to be done. So go with two warm-up sets, slightly lighter weight, gain the better feeling for the fundamentals of the lift. And we're trying to do that. So we don't want to go straight into the heavy lifts, as we don't want to run before we can walk, as we say. So just critiquing that probably no, I know lifting the bar too high on the cleaning aspect, but again that's because it's a lighter weight, so work could possibly go slightly heavier on these warm-up sets to get a better feel of the heavier weights. So again, after this we start working into the heavier sets of the exercise, of the working sets. So we go, I say, for strength, saying again working up to 2-3 rep max. So each phase of lift, we're having a deadlift phase, sorry, and we're going. So I can critique myself on this here. Feel my legs could be slightly better facing, and the way I'm catching the bar and cushioning it with my quads could be better. We're going this set's 2 sets, which go in the same weight. We go 5 reps. It's slightly heavier weight. We go 5 reps until we work and push into the second set of 5 reps, then we up the weight, having plenty of rest between as we're working for a max. Want to be as fresh as we can for these max lifts for the better strength gains. Again, powering up. So as the weight's not as heavy, I think that's why I don't compensate as much with the legs. I still feel I could push out the squat more, so my knees are not coming over my toes as much. We'll change that, so when I catch the bar it's more behind, but we're trying to keep that bar going from A to B in one straight line from the floor right the way up, keeping it drawing a straight line, so all the way up. So during the lift, looking for the explosive power off the floor, try and get the bar almost as powering to the core as quickly as can, then exploding. So that first lift, bit funny, felt it was a bit off, so readjusting myself into the next 2 sets, 2 reps of the 3. So again, slight off balance there as the weight's getting slightly heavier. So I'd just change maybe